So, welcome back again, team. And I think this is the right time to start with the session. So, before I start, let me give a formal introduction about myself. First of all, namaste, greetings, and very good evening. My name is Debjyoti Biswas. I am the CEO and founder of DBHS International, and it is my pleasure and also a privilege to train you all. And I have been training since 2020 with DBHS International, and I'm very happy and proud to establish this company and the training platforms for you all. I can see a lot of members have joined the session. So let us start IOSH MS with DBHSC International. Now, this course, let me first give you a little bit introduction of this course and how you should look forward in learning with DBHS International for this IOSMS course. We have allowed and requested those who cannot enroll for the course for the month, or those who want to attend the session before the enrollment, and those who have already enrolled. So today, from my side, is a clubbing of all those respected individuals, and we are in a same platform where we will all learn together. IOSH MS, this course is going to immediately prepare you for what you have to work tomorrow. IOSH MS is a course which will give you the basic information first, because knowing about health and safety, understanding your responsibilities as a safety professional, and also identifying the hazards of the risk, or which one it will be the corrective measure for the identified hazard or risk, is a critical job. This course is not only going to help you with the basic term, not only is going to make you aware that what should be your responsibilities, what you are doing currently, and how often you should look forward in learning more for your own betterment. Because more you are competent, more you provide a competent service to the people and to the entity that you are working for. IOSH has 7 modules. Let us start having a discussion about the modules that it has. And this is the first class. From the next class, we have given the dates of the IOSH class. Those who want to continue with the session, we are wholeheartedly welcoming all of them. Now, module 1 is going to give you the understanding on managing safety, or you can say why we should manage safety or how to manage safety. So the introduction to managing safely is all about, will prepare you with the basic terms of health and safety and what you are doing currently, so that immediate effect you can relate with your current work experience and you can learn. Because hearing from a speaker who is training or saying something or giving a speech or a lecture, you cannot relate with your practical life if you are not exposed to the reality. If you are not exposed to the reality, you have to start thinking by reading every line from the book. If you are a fresher, didn't join the HSE profession yet, this is the best course for you, because it will start preparing you that how an HSE manager should act, has the role and responsibilities, and how they should identify and give the leadership on health and safety management. Now, module 2 is all about assessing risk. Now, if you have been working into the health and safety sector more than 5 years or below than 5 years, or if you are a fresher, this module is going to help you to understand what is risk first. We cannot identify something if we are not aware of the particular term of it. Now, assessing risk, it means what is the risk? How I can get rid of the risk? Is there any possibility to get rid of the risk, or we have to work with the risk? How to understand and how I can explain others what is risk. The job of health and safety, I hope we all will agree with it. The job of health and safety is not about understanding, but it's also about to make others understand, correct? Because when you are the health and safety professional, when you have to provide the toolbox training, or when your worker will ask you questions related with your subjects or with your guidance on them, you have to be answerable. So this profession is not about understanding what you have to work, but also making others understand what they have to work. So this module 2 is going to prepare you that you will not only can understand and make others understand with the verbal communication, but you can also present the problems and assess risk and your outcome of assessing risk in a written format, and you can send the report. Preparing the report is one of the vital work that the health and safety professional should be aware of, right? Because at the end of the day, if your HR or if your company wants you to send a report of today's observation from the workplace on health and safety, they will give you some checklist or they will give you some blanks to fill in, and then you need to proceed with the same. So in that case, you have to be so matured, so exactly accurate with your writing skills so that you can make the report correct. So number 3, the module 3 is all about controlling risk. So once you have understood this is the risk, these are the variations of or diversions, or you can say the source of risk. These are the control measures. After that, how you can control it. Module 3 is going to help you exactly how you can control risk by introducing different general hierarchy of control measures. We have two types of control measures. Control measures means precaution. Let's say you have got a disease, you need a precaution. You have to go for medication, you have to go for a lot of treatment. So that's a precaution to keep you protect and to keep the disease away from you. So that is called control measure. Now, module number 4 is going to prepare you to know about what are your responsibilities. When you are working as an HSC HSC professional, and now this course has this course is targeting to the HSC managers, because at the end of the day, HSC managers are the frontline worker, right? So understanding about your responsibilities is a very crucial job. So module 5 is also going to talk about hazards. Now, first we have to identify the hazard, then we can identify the risk, and how we can say that. This has been clearly explained in the module number 5. Module number 5 is a vast module, because over there you will get to know about the different types of hazard. There are 6 types of hazard has been introduced to IOSH and to the delegates of IOSH, and the associated hazards, associated control measure with it. So module 5 is going to be lengthy and interesting. Module 5 is going to make you aware and prepare you to start knowing and implementing the steps and the procedure and the process of investigation of incident. I also have this feeling that if we can also discuss about the easy examples with the easy definition of what is incident, what is accident, and what is near miss, the entire concept will be so much easy, right? So in module 6, we will be talking about the incident and the types of it, because most of us need to know the differentiation of accident and near miss, and also how you can carry forward with the investigation process. There are 4 steps of investigation. So in module number 6, we are going to discuss about it. Module number 7 is all about understanding the work, the activities, the compliance, and what exactly the company is up to. It means the evolution of people's activity and their compliance. measuring performance. The module 7 is all about going to help you that how you can measure the performance of the people's activity, the implemented new rules to the company, and how they are carrying and how they are carrying out. And also we will get to know about how we can measure the performance. So from module number 1 to module number 7 is going to be a whole lot of brainstorming session. And I hope that most of you have already gone through this subject. Most of you are attending this for the very first time, or most of you or some of you have already read and again reading it. So to all different sects, like all different sector of learners, I welcome you all to the ISMS First Class with DBHS International. Before I start with the module number 1, I would like to see the engagement from all of you. I'm just going to stop sharing the screen and I'm going to check that how many of you are okay. So before I start, are we all going good? My voice and the presentation, and did I make you all understand about the concept behind the module and why and how and from where you should start with the IOSMS? So before I proceed, are we good to go? If it is yes, I need a thumbs up from your side. Thank you, Mr. Sameh. All right. Thank you. Going forward to the next. Thank you. Now, starting with the module number 1, which is introducing managing safely. Do we know the definition of safety? Ask yourself first. Let me do one thing. Whoever attends my session, I always ask them that attending session is all about self-realizing what I am up to, how and where I have to upgrade my knowledge, and how much I am aware, and how much I have to give more efforts on uplifting my skills, on adaptation, and on implementation. So I always ask the learners to sit with pen and paper, and whatever I am discussing, if it is jargon or if that word, it can be safety, ask yourself, am I aware? Do I know the definition of safety? If it is yes, then what is it? And attending training is also about analyzing what is the level of your knowledge on this particular topic. So the way I as a learner sit for a training to attend someone's session, I always try to look for how much I know. Whatever he is speaking, am I aware of it or not? Because that's for what I'm getting paid, right? So please sit with a note and write down everything which is a new for you. And after the session, please Google it, learn from those like unknown facts which are still untold and unfold for you. Now, safety, there is a definition of safety. And it's quite interesting that so far my experience, I have asked a lot of managers that, sir, can you please explain about what do you mean by the term safety? So protecting someone or preparing a proper policy or wearing the PPE properly or supervising the people is not the definition of safety. Are we agreeing with my statement or not? Yes. The definition of safety is all about a condition. Please let us get a clarity from our profession, definitive profession term, that is safety, SAFETY. It is a condition or it is a situation which gives you freedom from any sort of problem such as hazard, risk, any kind of occupational ill health, disease, any kind of mechanical problems or non-mechanical issues, any kind of radiation, any kind of polluted environment. So it is giving you freedom from everything so that you can breathe properly, you can walk properly, you can see things properly, you can sit properly. That is called ergonomics. The ergonomics is better, and the place doesn't have any any polluted environment. So that condition is a safe condition. So the condition that is giving you free from all sort of problems, that is called safety. Are we good with the definition? Did we get to know an easy way of explaining people what is safety? It's very simple. If someone is neglecting or overseeing safety, it's all about they are creating a condition where people will be not free from hazard. And the person who is neglecting or denying or overlooking, then it's not, I'm so sorry, I just said overseeing. Absolutely not. They are overlooking it. Okay. So further to my mistake that I said overseeing, but they are overlooking it. They're not looking into the health and safety. They're also a part of that condition where they are also exposed to hazard and problems. So whoever is neglecting health and safety, they are also a part of the problems and they are also exposed to the problem. And if someone is exposed to the problem, they will have consequences. Correct. So safety is a condition that provides us freedom from hazard, risk, damage, or loss of property. Please write it down. Do we know there is a fantastic fact on health and safety? That is, safety has a full form. SAFETY. Every letter at this word, safety, has a meaning. How many of you are aware of it? If not, then please utilize its meaning in your creatives of your company, in your slogans of your company, in toolbox talk, that you provide to the workers. When you are the representative of your company, of the workers, and introducing workers' problem, also please use it. SAFETY, it means stay alert for every task you do. That's a full form of SAFETY. How easy is it to understand why we should take care of our safety? Because it is alerting you for every task that you are doing. Alerting you means from every sort of problems and keeping you safe. So the full form of safety is stay alert for every task you do. Now, starting with health. What is health? In a very easy manner, health is a complete, or we can say, when the mental and physical is fit. It means a person who is mentally and physically fit and having a great well-being, that person is having a good health. And when someone is having a great physique, or you can say having physically he is fit and mentally he is not happy, he is in stress, then his health is compromised. He's not in good health. So when we talk about health and safety, the first thing that we should look for is the mental and physical safety. Mental safety is, I would say, mental safety is the CNS of the health and safety. CNS means central nervous system. So if you are, because from your brain only humans are working, right? We are all humans. And who controls our everything, our decision, our activity, our movement? Who controls it? The brain. The CNS, the central nervous system, controls the human's activity, how we think, how we work, how we act, how we do, everything, etc. So the first thing that we should look for is keeping the workforce happy, mentally not retarded, but mentally fit and stable. Now, another letter comes in HSE, that is environment. E for environment. What do we mean by environment? Your surrounding, anything that you see around you, that is environment. Anything that we see around us, that is environment. Environment has derived from a Romanic word called environia. It means your surrounding, that you are surrounded with. Everything, starting from the table, desk, ventilation, illumination, it means lighting, housekeeping, everything, vibration, if there is something vibration there, radiation, everything is a part of environment. So when we have to keep someone safe and feel happy mentally, we also need to take care of the environment where he is. And a condition, it is the environment. It means when you are sitting with the ergonomically designed chair, it means 100% you have to sit in on the chair, right? And if there is no back support, we call it lumbar support, all right? If there is no back support, you cannot work for quite a long time. You will get fatigued, and then you will be growing and developing WRULD, that is called work related upper limb disorder. All right, so there are so much of thing to understand. So also it's all about the setting of the computer, setting of the display. If the display is flickering, or if the display, there some reflection is there on the display, you cannot see it properly, or if the display is far away from you, you need to go deeper inside and close a little bit close to it to see the letters, or the keyboard is away from your side, it's not close to you, that's also a part of environment. And if there is no good housekeeping, it means that trailing cables on the floor, spillage of oils or water, anything, or that's dirty, the entire place is unhygienic. So that's also a part of housekeeping. So all this sort of thing, we need to sort it out so that the condition would be free from every problems. That is why we, the HSE professionals, are there in the workplace to save the CEO, the stakeholders, the shareholders, the insurers, the insurance company, the enforcement agency, the vendor company, the third party company, any visitors, the nevers, and anyone working inside or outside the premises of the company. We HSC professionals are there for it. So the profession and the Department of Health, Safety and Environment covers 4 sections of the company. We call it 4P, which is not introduced on IOSMS, because as I told you, once as you have also, those who have enrolled and received the learning resources, we have given the premium and the final book and the finest book of IOSMS. Over there you can see there are not much of explanation, so you are dire need to hear all these things so that it can motivate you, and vice versa, you can motivate the others. Now there are 4P of the company that the HSC professionals have to oversee and have to look for. First P is the plant, second P is policy, third P is people, and the fourth P is premises. We will be having the discussion on people, policy, premises, and the second. We start with the P for policy, then P for people, third P for premises, and fourth P for the plant. So I'm so sorry because I am not saying anything. I'm speaking from my mind. So now when we talk about plant, it covers the instruments, equipments, machineries, vehicles, etc. When we talk about people, it means any human being working inside or outside the company. It can be the CEO or the laborer or anyone. When we talk about policy, it comes with procedure, process, and everything that the company has to carry out. And the fourth one we have discussed is the premises. Premises means where you're working, your office environment, the environment where everybody works, the facility where you sit and work. That's a premises. So we need to look for, such as if there is a fire inside the premises, what you need to do, you need to call the fire wardens or fire marshals or fire watchers must be there, and they have to evacuate people. So in that sense, we have to look for 4P: people, plant, premises, and policy of the company. Now, introducing the next page is all about why is it important to manage safely. All right. Now, we are going to delve into the next page, the question from both the genders. Why is it important to manage safety? This is not indicating to you, my dear respected members, it is also going to help you to make the boss of your company or the financial director or whoever is the highest position of your company who checks and signs on the financial facts of health and safety of the company. You can help them to understand, right? Because it's all about how you can convince your company to follow your rules and give the best culture of health and safety. Now, the first thing comes up with, we want to live while working. We want to be alive. When we are going back to our home, we want to go with physical fitness and mental fitness. Working inside a company is not serving your imprisonment. Correct. Now, who will tell? It is us who should raise our voice with legal reason, financial reason, and moral reason. We will talk about these three reasons of it. Now, whenever there is a problem, always the safety professionals have to take the ultimate care of the workers. Safety professionals have to talk to their parents, to their family members, and to everyone related with the accident and the fellow members of their company. They have to deal with it. Who? Us. Not only the people of the victim and also of the company, but also from the court. Now, if you say how court is going to get their get their attention on our problem, because your company is on the land of the country's government, and your company has to obey and comply and fulfill all the legal requirements. And government of every country doesn't want any of the company to open or the employer to hire employees and create an environment for them so that they can die or they can meet with an accident. Who will help the CEOs or the boss of the company or the directors? Us, health, safety, and environment professionals. So you also have to be answerable as a manager or as a safety professional to the enforcement authority, to the enforcement agency about why this happened. And if this happened, it's not only you are going to get a lot of questions and you have to be answerable to the court, but also to the medias. Isn't it so important for us to understand and to raise our voice if something is going wrong inside our company? Because if you remember one thing, the person who has the accountability of his position and who has taken the responsibilities of his work, and the work is all about creating, providing, implementing, evaluating health and safety of the workplace and of the 4P of the company: policy, people, premises, and plant, then you have to be so serious in your job that you should not waste a single time in doing anything else but protecting your own dignity, your own identity, and the people and the company. So that is why this amazing course, IOSH MS, has been accepted and the people from 150 plus countries have completed, because institutes like us, DBHSC International, we start from the scratch. We do not read the lines from the book and speak, this is the definition, learn and mug up and ready for the exam. But we are here to let you know with the real time experience, my respected members, because this course is not academic, but it is technical. It's going to make you and prepare you the competent one. And I want you to ask question to yourself: did you experience this ever? That because of your company's unsafe health and safety condition, health and negative health and safety culture, and negative or poor health and safety leadership from the company has caused the company to have a humongous financial loss. Clients have rejected your company for the unsafe health and safety policy, standard, and everything practices is presently there on the company system. Did you ever experience, team? If it is yes, give me a thumbs up reaction that yes, I have experienced that my company has lost a lot of contract deals because of our company's own problem, that is for the unsafe health and safety practices and system which are on the place. So have you ever experienced this? If not, then gradually or eventually maybe you will experience, because that's the end. That's the consequences of non-compliance. Now, if you are aware of the word compliance, you are good to go. If you are not, compliance means when you are doing exactly what the company has asked for. It means obeying the order or complying or fulfilling what company has given to you, your responsibilities, fulfilling the requirements of the company or the standard. Whatever the standard has mentioned, you have done the accurate and exact the same that standard has asked for. You have complied. It means your action is a compliance action. It is the standard has got met. So that's called compliance. Non-compliance means it didn't meet with the standard. So that's the thing. When things go wrong, unsafe condition, there will be problems not only from the enforcement authority but also from the medias and the company. Company name will be everywhere and there will be a problem. Now there is a film which I want to play, but I'm so sorry, it's going to be 7 minutes 20 seconds. And if I play this video, it's going to take a lot of time. So I think let us skip the video. My dear team, do you wish me to play the video for 7 minutes 20 seconds, which I can easily give you the link? You can watch it later. So I think we shall proceed with the discussion. What do you think? I need the feedback from you all. I think yes, I should skip the video because it's going to take a lot of time. So I'm skipping the video for now. There's another film on the same part, but I have to skip the video. Now, coming to the reasons to manage health and safety, first one is moral. Now, when we have decided that we will work and we are ready to die, when we have decided that we are ready to work with the problems or the hazards around the workplace, when we have decided that, all right, I can start my work, and if I get any scratch or if my bones get dislocated, I'll be happy working there. Not a single normal human soul has ever wished for, right? That is our human right. My human right is that I will never risk my life. Any place which is born to risk, I have to keep myself away, because no one, absolutely no one in the world has a permission or has the authority to make someone work in such a condition where they can die or terrible things can happen with them. So we have the human rights. So there are some reasons to help to provide health and safety to the company. It means health and safety OP to the company. That is the moral reason. Moral reason is also known as humanitarian reason, or it is also known as ethical reason. If you want to write it down, please pen it down. The other two words of moral. Moral reason is also called humanitarian reason, or it is also called ethical reason. Now, the second part is going to be legal reason. When we talk about legal reason, it's all about, we have to understand that there are some articles from international professional bodies such as ILO, ISO, and every country has their own governing law. And legal means fulfilling what law is asking us to do accurately. So, yes, if you want to ask yourself, is there a government has asked us to work in this way or to hire us in the company to the employers? Because at the end of the day, employer has to hire us as the health and safety experts. So is there any legal law for it? Yes. The good news is, yes, every country has their governing law, as I said previously. And sticking to the same point, if you search what are the safety laws of my country, you will get a lot. So that's a legal reason. It means the company, the employer, is legally bound to provide health and safety practices, health and safety people, that is you, health and safety policy, and health and safety to the premises. And the last but not the least ever is going to be the most interesting reason for the employer to listen to you first, is that financial reason. Yes, we love money because money gives us the chance to exactly get what we are thinking, to exactly witness what we want to exactly travel or to go to a place where we have the desire to go to the destination. We need the money. So this particular part, money, financial reason, is going to be the most important point where you can talk a lot to introduce health and safety to the company. Why? Because if there is no health and safety, and if company is least bothered to invest their money to have health and safety, not only they are not complying the moral reason, the legal reason, but they are not also complying with the profits that they can earn from the company. So the entire business is going to be doomed if there is no health and safety. Why? Because only a client will select a contractor when the client has evaluated the health and safety policy and all the records related with the safety of the people, of the plant, of the policy, and of the premises. So yes, financial part is going to have a lot of discussion. We will have the discussion. Now the next part, what is your role in influencing managing safely? This question you don't need to answer to me. Ask yourself, think in your mind, what I am doing in my company that I am influencing people to manage everything safely. Am I doing it, or am I just asked to do it? Or I am not doing exactly what is mentioned here. Though I am working as a safety professional? Now, this is the question to ask yourself. If you are in the line where you are not doing anything to influence the workers to work more safely, then it is your loss. Absolutely, me as your mentor, tutor, facilitator, instructor, or a very good friend in health and safety, my advice or my teaching is going to recommend you and mandate it, and I will ask you to keep it in your mandatory list, that every working hour that I'm spending in my company, my work is to influence workers, laborers, engineers, uh, anyone to work and manage safety and to work safely. Why? Because of plethora of reasons. Somebody has commented. Let me just cross check. Thank you for letting me in. Thank you. Okay. So the next thing about the representatives of the worker. Who are the representatives of the workers? We, the HSE professional, the manager, the supervisor, the officer, the coordinator, whatever you say, whoever is in the position to lead 50 workers at least, as per the rule and the guideline, 50 workers under one safety officer. Now, that safety officer is in the front line of safety, right? Now, interesting fact is, you are responsible for making the decision about local safety practice and influencing safety culture. I think let us have some question and answer session now so that I can understand you more. And if you don't want to answer, I recommend you to think in your mind what I'm asking to you. Now, the first thing is, I think you are also experiencing that your company doesn't know how to lead the people in a very safe manner. The company is asking you to lead the people in a safe manner. How many of you are here attending the session who have been asked to lead the company's health and safety? Can you give me a thumbs up reaction? Is there anyone attending that they are asked to lead the health and safety of the company, but nobody is helping you, but company is asking you to take the lead and make some local health and safety practices and moving forward with your own knowledge in health and safety? Are you the one who is the only responsible person in your company for health and safety? If you are not, good luck. You are fortunate enough to not to have that. But I would say when you become the director, because your last goal working in a company, unless you want to work as owner, but when you have to work under an owner, the last designation that you're looking for is going to be the director in health and safety. It's going to be the advisor level of health and safety. In that case, you have to make decisions. You have to prepare the policy. You have to implement the standards that you have set. You have to supervise. You have to train. You have to evaluate. And you also have to audit. So, a safety professional is an expert not only in supervising the people's activity, not only in inspection, but also in audit, also in management, also in leadership, also in analyzing, also in assessment, also in, how do I say it, also in motivating people as an influencer, of wellness. We are a whole lot of personalities that we have to hold when we are working as an HSE expert, right? So you are responsible for it. The next thing is, a manager can assign responsibilities, like you as a manager, or if you are in the position to tell workers like do this, go there and do that, uh, take care of this or the etc. If you are in the position to assign responsibilities, you have to also make sure you cannot give away your own accountabilities. Now, the accountability word has been marked and highlighted in the color red. What it symbolizes, why we have highlighted it with the color red. Accountability is something when you are uh, taking or accepting your responsibilities, correct? Accountability is something when you are accepting your responsibilities with your whole heart, not only on the pen and paper, but also from your own mind. You're accepting and you are answerable for every of your activity that you are carrying out and your workers, those who are carrying out. So the manager is ultimately accountable. So you have to be so knowledgeable, because if you are not the manager for now, your next goal is to be a manager, right? So when you want to become the manager, you are ultimately accountable. So just having certificates in health and safety is not going to help you. If your friends or anyone you see, they're just looking forward to have the certificates and to complete the online studies, when it is all about knowing and understanding the basic health and safety, is going to be a very high risk for the people to have his leadership. Why? Because a person who is studying, if he is not aware of the techniques and of the sources, that how he has to prepare himself a competent HSE professional without anyone's guidance, then he should know the rooms to explore, the networks to connect, the platforms to have an account. So it is always important. First, we should learn, adapt, and start implementing. Because if you are learning today, our aim is to make you aware of your own responsibilities of tomorrow. I think that's very nice. You must have a school for the backup system for your work, right? So this course is going to help you to identify your responsibilities and accountabilities, is going to know when to act and when not to. Exactly, yes. More you become knowledgeable, more you become quiet. It means, sorry, my pronunciation went wrong. It's going to be quiet. So more you learn, more you become competent. But here is also, you have to understand, if you just want to gain knowledge and not practicing it and implementing it, applying it, or demonstrating it to the practical life, then it is going to be a loss of yours and the others. Why? Knowing and practicing, there are difference. What is the profit of your people if you know those things, but you're not doing those things from your knowledge? So you should know when to act and when not to. Learning more about health and safety, and yes, IOSMS is the introduction level. It definitely doesn't give you the in detailed explanation of everything. That's why we have the progression. That's why we call to upgrade the CPD, that is continual profession development. So after IOSMS, we have the next course, that is level 3. After that, we have level 6. After that, we have level 7. So continuing your journey of learning with DBHS International is going to be not only just having a great progression in your career, but not only network opportunities, but I hope that we can help all of us to uh, continue this great movement to protect the lives from danger and from deliberate action. Correct. Now, the next thing is, once you complete this course, it will help you to know whether an issue needs to be addressed immediately or after some time, or the attention of senior management is required or not. The next thing, quiz, we will be just skipping the quiz because it's going to take a lot of time, and we will definitely have the quiz when the discussion has been done. Now, managing health and safety gives you a helping hand with your other responsibilities. Like, definitely, it enhances your reputation. If you are a knowledgeable person, if you speak English well with your company's directors, absolutely yes, because I think English is the one of the only language to I think English is the only language to talk with everybody. So this is a only common language. Not everybody is aware of French or Spanish, but English, we try to speak in English. So once you learn more, and trust me, what i'm not from I'm not from the land of English. You are also, maybe if you are not from the land of English, then you have also given your most of your time to how do I say it, to capture the skills, to adapt the skills and start speaking. Correct. So it's all about how we have trained ourselves and given a lot of time to prepare to speak. So more you study our UK regulated courses, which are accepted by 150 plus countries, it's not like you are just doing a course, but you are doing a course which has already been accepted by people from 150 plus countries. But also, you are learning English. You are learning the latest and most updated methods of practicing health and safety. Apart from that, think about one thing. We want to earn money. That's why you are investing your money, your time, and your effort in completing this course IFSMS. For what? To get more investment. And trust me what? Investing in this course is a one-time investment, to be very honest. I can make sure I am speaking the truth because I also had to complete this course to come and train you all, right? So this course is one-time investment and lifetime return. So it's increasing your profit simultaneously. Then it is reducing wastage and insurance premiums. Yes, if there is a damage to the vehicles which have been insured for 2 to 3 years, if there is no health and safety practices on the system or on the workplace, it's going to take, and you cannot claim for the insurance. So those will be indirect financial loss. Now, going forward to the next, and definitely, if you are managing health and safety and understanding your work, then you are maintaining a happy and healthy workforce, including you. Your mind is happy because everyone is happily working. So I will encourage you all that sometimes we don't bring the smile even though we are acting in the professional world. Nobody wants to be in discipline. At the end of the day, we are human. I'm not speaking and spitting the truth in the great class, but that's very something that we all need to know because that's a hazard for human being. Studying hazards and risk is not going to limit you to only identify and carry out risk assessment in a particular environment or in a particular work. You can carry out the risk assessment in your home and with yourself as well. So yes, first of all, we have to make ourselves happy, and please start a movement. Always smile and ask your workers in the TBT sessions, bring smile on their face and make them work with a smile. Even though they are acting to meet with the standards, to make up, to build a building or to construct anything, if they are working happily, trust me, the quality of the work will be increased because they are happy. The productivity will be increased. The absenteeism will be decreased. Yes, absenteeism means not coming to the workplace, like giving absent tick. Mr. Ajay, are you present? No, ma'am, he is not present. That's called absenteeism because he's absent. So yes, it will decrease the absenteeism rate. It will increase the happy workforce. It will help the health and safety culture to be positive, retaining and sustaining the positive health and safety culture, and everyone will be happy. It will reduce the accident rate and the others. So keep your business healthy and safe by first thinking about health and safety when planning work. Exactly. You will see one thing: your company cannot start a work without the risk assessment, without the permission of safety professional. Your company cannot start the work, right? You all are getting paid for this, so your company cannot start the work or any project if the safety of the workplace uh, didn't go assessed. So thinking about health and safety when planning for work, it will keep your business healthy and safe. Talking about health and safety with your team. Now, it's not about a boring topic. Health and safety, it's not a boring topic to discuss. Do you know why? Because before you go to hospital or before you go to court, this only health and safety is going to keep you at your workplace happily and in your home. So, talking about health and safety is not boring, but it's healthy. Next, demonstrating safe and healthy behavior, and it's very important, right? Because if you keep your business happy, your business will grow. And that's the only target of every businessman: to have more money, to more recognition, more countries to be expanded, more like more service to be tested, more countries to expand the business. So yeah, it's going to help your company, and simultaneously you will get your own incentive. You will be promoted, because if you can bring millions of or billions or 100,000 of work to your company, the profit I'm talking about, then yeah, you will be like promoted. So remember, managing health and safety is an essential part of your job, not something you do in addition to your job, right? So key learning points from module number 1: you have to understand why is it important to manage safely, what is your role in influencing managing safely. So my respected learners for today, we are happily done with module number 1, and I'm very interested to step to the module number 2 now. Before I do that, I just want to see how many of you have attained the session with fullest understanding. Am I really speaking well to make you all understand? So if it says, can I get some thumbs up reaction, please? I can see Mr. Golem Rasool from Bangladesh. Mr. Golem, how are you, sir? I think we are meeting after 4 years or 3 years later, right? And I think you are there in Singapore. So thank you so much for attending. And to others, everybody, if you have understood, please give me a thumbs up reaction. I'll go with the model number 2. But before I move forward to the model number 2, model number 1 gave us a lot of understanding. Model number 1 pushed you to believe who you are, pushed you to think what you are capable of, to, pushed you more to understand your own responsibilities of work. And trust me one thing, working in health and safety, yes, we have to earn money. And if you have chosen health and safety profession as your profession, trust me what, you are doing exactly what the creator has asked every of us to do. And how? Because we are saving the creator, we are saving the creator's creation. So it's not only an interesting job, not only a job to get a very good handsome salary, but a job to save the life, the nature, and the environment, and the natural resources. So you are doing a divine job, my team. So when you are inside the divine job, feel always happy, all right? This is a job where you can act. Yeah, this job, this profession is giving you the opportunity. If you want to be an actor, this profession is giving you the opportunity. Why? Because more you are a great speaker in health and safety, more you will be called for a lot of seminars as an expert. Isn't it? Isn't it good? It is more. If you have chosen engineer as your profession, I'm not saying anything bad on them, but there are so many engineers, right? But when you are the expert health and safety representative of the company, you will be asked to go to attend different seminars. It's a very luxurious. We believe that aviation is glamorous. Have you ever tested the profession of health and safety? It's more glamorous because when it's all about aviation, you have to serve the passenger. But this profession, those aviation crew members will serve you because you will be the VIP. If you want to be the advocate in your life, health and safety has also a route to become the safety advocate. I hope you're aware of it. If you want to be the author, health and safety is a way to make you an author. If you want to be a trainer, see, I'm a trainer, I'm speaking, so I'm training with an approval. So you can also become the trainer. So whatever you are doing currently, no matter wherever you are, whatever you do, and whatever you have thought in the future to do, I will wish you the best for your future endeavors. Not only that, but I will also wish you the best for tomorrow. How you will perform in your workplace, how you can motivate your workers to be happily working and carrying out the workplace. Can you do that? See, you don't need to invest money to do it, but you just need to invest your effort in introducing the smile movement to your workplace. So let's go for a challenge, my team. Tomorrow, you all go back to your place, okay? Start your day and keep yourself happy and always have a smile in your face. Talk with people, even they are making mistake, okay? Your work is to make it correct, not to scold them, not to punish them, not to abuse them, not to bully them, not to say any unparliamentary word. It means bad word, to them. No slang, no abusement, but creating a way to make them work and follow the rules of the company. So instead of all of this, if you bring a smile on your face and ask them to smile and start the work, there will be a magic. So you all can do that, okay? For 12 hours, keep your smile. You are talking with your manager, boss, even though you have done something terrible mistake, accept with a smile and look forward in solving it, not to run from it. So the next format. The next work that we will be discussing is assessing risks, and module number 2. Let's come back. We have 28 participants now. I'm excited to proceed. It's going to be more 40 minutes, so give me energy because there is no Red Bull beside me. Now, module number 2 is all about assessing risk. Now, what is risk, my team? Maybe you are aware of the definition. I'm not going to say the definition now because I follow the framework. Maybe you have learned the definition of risk. Maybe you can write the definition of risk. You can learn, but if you cannot implement or if you cannot act on your knowledge, it's a waste of learning. Because at the end of the day, nothing works if you are not utilizing your knowledge. If I have in my mind that yes, if I drink water from this bottle, I will not die. But if I drink water from another bottle, I may die. But I'm choosing to have water from the bottle from the bottle that gives me likelihood that I may die. It's all about what you choose. So if you have the knowledge in your mind, if you have the capability to resolve or solve or implement it, keep it doing that, because that gives the increase of the term likelihood. Now, if there are likelihood means possibility. Let's say this is a bottle, okay? What is the possibility of this bottle to fall down? If I cannot hold this bottle properly, correct? Factors, talking about factors to consider that how this bottle can fall. This bottle can fall if I cannot hold it properly. If my hand is vibrating, if my fingers are vibrating, if I get a white fingers, I cannot hold it properly. If my entire body is vibrating, or if this is heavier than my capability to hold it, it will fall. You know, these are the things that I said. I used my mind as an assessor. When you are an assessor, you have to utilize your mind, and you have to give, same like chat gpt, you have to give if this would happen, then if this should happen, then what you should do. You should know the every possible if it would have been if it would happen, what is the consequences of it. Now if it falls, what will happen, what is the result of it, what is the outcome of falling of the bottle. That is called consequence. Consequence means the outcome of this event, like this water bottle fell down. Now this is called consequence, like what will happen if this falls, and what is the possibility of this water bottle to fall. Now we have something to discuss. Starting with the next is, what is risk? Now it's very important for us to understand that we are following a great animation now. Learn to drive. You can see a person is driving a car. There is an instructor beside him who is helping him to drive the car. Next, while driving the car, there is a passerby, and the cycle man did not look left or right, but he just continued his cycling. But the person who is learning to drive, he stopped. Okay, this is what we have seen and observed from this video. What do we really mean by risk? Here we have something to discuss. You can say this is a warehouse. Distributors Limited. This is a warehouse. Now, inside the warehouse, you can see there are cracked roofs, and there's a forklift. There are stacked materials. You can see there are chairs. You can see there is a staircase. You can see there are some glass windows, and you can see there are some clouds outside. In this animation, oh my god, it's thundering, it's lightning, and it's raining cats and dogs. And also we can observe the water is also spitting from the roof because there is a cracking on the roof, so there is a damage. Water is coming in from outside because there's raining. Since it's raining, the floor is becoming wet, and all the equipments, vehicles or chairs, whatever is there, is all are exposed to the rainwaters which is coming from the roof. Now these are electronic devices. Think about it. The electronic devices is getting wet because of this issue. To ensure a safe work environment, so that's the environment is completely compromised with the rainwaters which is coming from the upper side because there's a crackling on the roof, and there's a thundering and lightning and raining cats and dogs outside. Now, let us understand the definition of risk from this example. Okay. To define risk, we first need to take a look at the few basic terms. Okay. First, what is a hazard? This is a bottle. Is this a hazard or is this a risk? Okay. It's very simple for us to understand. Is this a hazard or is this a risk? Now let us read the definition together. A hazard is anything that has the potential to cause harm. So this is a thing, okay? And this thing is a water bottle. Now, if I do this, I have got 0.00001% of harm, okay? I feel pain, 0.00000%. So this has the potential to cause harm, though it's 0.0000 infinite percentage. But anything or something that has the potential to cause harm, to cause someone hurt or damage or loss of property, that is called hazard. Not only to the living being, but also to the non-living thing as well. If let's say what I have in my, okay, this is a mobile phone, obviously. Now, if I use this water bottle and heat on my screen, what will happen? The screen will get break. Correct. So this is also a hazard, and this is a hazard for my phone, right? Because my screen got broke because of this water bottle. So it's not only the living thing will get disease or hurt or harm or dislocation or die or death or catastrophe, whatever, but also it matters with the non-living thing. So that is hazard. Next, for a hazard to cause a harm, that event is called hazardous event. Now, let's say again, I have nothing, there is no hazard in my place. So this is a phone, and if I hit my forehead with this phone, okay, this event that I've got hurt, oh my God, oh, oops, it's hazardous event. So the hazard that is causing a harm, like this pain is hazardous event. Okay. Now look at him. Oh my God. What is the final outcome of this person? Will he stand or will he fall? Now he is falling ultimately. Correct. It's very easy for us to understand. But do we know why he is falling? What is the category of fall that he is exposed to? This is, okay, somebody has written. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone is giving me good appreciation. It's good. Now, this person is exposed to a category of fall. When you get struck or heated by something during your movement of your legs, that is called trip hazard. And this fall is tripping. It means you can see the person is carrying a load, didn't see the pothole, and he tripped over it, and the outcome would be he will fall. So for a hazard to cause a harm, the event is called hazardous event. Okay. Now, what is the chance that this hazardous event will occur? That is called likelihood. You were thinking, we were discussing, I just asked you that will he fall or will he stand again? So the question remains the same. And this this duration of time, whether he will fall or if he falls, then what will happen? Whether he will fall, when we say it, whether this building will get collapsed or not, whether he will get exposed to the disease or not, this whether he will get or whether this or that, this whether starting from whether it will, what will happen, what is the possibility of happening, how much he is exposed to that virus, to get the virus. That is called likelihood. Likelihood is the possibility or the chance that the hazardous event will occur. Okay, so likelihood is the chance that the hazardous event will occur. Like how much? What is the likelihood? Understood? Now, let's see. This guy is, oh, you can see, what is the likelihood? Now, let's talk about the consequence. Consequence, what is the meaning of consequence? Like the outcome of the hazardous event. Okay, if I hit my forehead with this, will I die? Will I need to go to the hospital? Will I need to give a bandage? Or nothing will happen? This is called consequence. So consequence is the outcome of the hazardous event, correct? Now, if he falls, then whatever he was carrying, it will offload. And 100% he will get some head injury, or his legs will get, the bones will anyhow will get dislocated or will get break, whatever. That is the consequence. Now moving to the next. So combining and clubbing all these situations and the definitions, risk is the combination of the likelihood of the hazardous event occurring and the consequence of the event. So risk is how much this event will occur, or you can say in this way, risk is the possibility of an hazardous event to occur and what is the consequence of it. Let's say if a person is riding at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour and there is a pothole on the road, definitely he's coming at a high speed, and if he gets struck with the pothole, what is the likelihood that he will fall or something will go wrong? Okay, 100%. The likelihood is high. The likelihood that the hazardous event will occur is high. What will happen? That's consequence. We are not talking about that. So the bike is coming at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour and there is a pothole on the road. So, and it got struck. What is the likelihood that a hazardous event will occur? That is very high. Something will occur because he's at speed and he's got stuck. Something will happen. Either he will die or he will be alive, but he will be in the hospital, or he will have no injury, but the bike would. That's likelihood. And what will happen? That's a consequence. So now you cannot say, oh, there's a risk, but you can calculate and you can say this much of risk is there. That's why we are asking the company to remove it so that no one will be exposed to the risk and people can be safe when they are at work. So risk is the likelihood and the consequence. So we have to multiply. Now we can see arithmetics here. Arithmetic means there is some multiplication sign is given. Do we have any digits to multiply? Do we need to learn tables or not? Like 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. Do we need to do that or not? Do we need mathematics? Yes. For that, you just need to know the table of 5, till the table of 5 to evaluate how much of risk is it. Sorry, to estimate the risk. You have to know the table from 1 to 5. Okay, we have a reason to do that. So here we can see they have given a lot of examples. So this is something wrong, these are the wrong thing going on. We can see. So what is risk assessment? Now it's very simple. Okay, risk assessment is the process of examining the workplace and the workers and the control measures are there on the place. I can tell you in this way, risk assessment is a careful examination of 4P of the workplace. It's going to cover all of it. Yes, when we do risk assessment, we also have to assess the equipment on the workplace, people who are working, how much competent they are, what sort of training records they have, then the vehicles are okay or not. We have to go for the inspection of the vehicles, and the entire plan of the activities, like how the welder is carrying out welding, how the scaffolder is erecting the scaffolding. What is the process of erection? What is the process of inspection? Risk assessment covers all of it. Risk can be there in plant, risk can be there in the unsafe activities of the people, risk can be there in the premises, and risk can be there in the policy. If the policy is absolutely deadly for the people, policy means there will be a written thing that you have to follow, you have to carry out. If that statement is all about not suiting with your health condition, then it's risk for you. So policy is also can be risky. So risk assessment is a careful examination of 4P of the company. Are we going good with the discussion? Can I get some thumbs up reaction, please? Because I just need to cross check. I can see 29 participants are constantly attending the session with the reaction. Thank you so much, my lord. In 1 second, I got 10 reactions. Thank you. Welcome. Now, risk assessment helps to protect what? It helps to protect you first. It helps to protect your people and the others. And it also protect your business. So how risk assessment carried out? Now, first of all, you have to list the work task. What are the activities are going on inside the workplace? First thing that we have to do is we have to list the work task. Now, in that case, we have to know the location. Which location you have to risk assess, like which location you have to carry out the risk assessment. Is it a warehouse? Is it oil refinery? Is it any building or the other, etc. People, as I said, location we can talk about premises. Now it's people whom you will assess. Next is the animation is so great, huh? Next is equipment. What are the equipments are being used in the workplace that you have to assess, right? Next is activities, very important, as I told you, like what things are going on. The welding, there is somebody is doing some other works, somewhere is going for erection work. So huge water is going on. someone is excavation work is going on. So different activities can be undergone at the same time. The first thing is to identify the hazard, not the risk, because what we understood first, we cannot, like, risk is the ultimatum and hazard is the first key principle to go forward to the next assessment. Where and what is the problem is the hazard. So first we have to identify the hazard. Now once we do it, second thing is, see, there's a trailing cable here, okay, and you can see there is a vehicle, there is a ladder, and there is one stuff. Now what are the hazards? First we have to list down those hazards, right? Next is estimate the risk. Now how you can estimate the risk? You need to consider three things to estimate the risk. Who is at risk? Like the people, those who are at risk. Next thing is how likely that something could go wrong, okay? And the third one, it means how serious it would be. It means the people, likelihood, and the consequence. So the second thing in the risk assessment that you need to identify is all about the people, those who are at risk. What is the likelihood that something will go wrong, and what is the consequence of it? That is called estimation of risk. In this estimation, you are just listing down and mentioning the people, the activities, and the likelihood and the consequences of every activity associated with it. Okay. The next one is likelihood. As I told you, what is this is the likelihood. Like, this is a ladder, and from a ladder only one thing happens. If either the ladder will get collapsed, or someone can fall from the ladder. That will be fall from height. Okay. So what is the likelihood? The likelihood is very low, because the ladder has been there in 4:1 ratio. It's completely fine. Okay. Look at this ladder. My God. This ladder is not mounted properly. You can see there is no holding, and absolutely the risk is going to be terrible. So, and also you can see some steps are broken. Now, what is the likelihood the person will fall from it? It's medium. They can, like 50% chance is there. And if you look at the last, no one can um, no one can use this ladder. And if the company is asking people to use this ladder, then the likelihood of falling from the ladder is very high, and everyone will get fall from the height. Now, increasing likelihood 1, 2, 3. All right. Now, let's talk about the consequence. What is the consequence if somebody falls from the height? 100%. If someone falls from the height, anything can happen. Brain injury, back pain, or if there are some debris on the floor, they will get hit with those debris, and something may got injuries on the face or on the back, on the body. Anything can happen. So, if they are if they are falling from this level, then nothing will work. The consequence is low. Like, they will not die, or they don't need to go to the hospital, or they do not need to take 1 day of rest if they fall from this level. If they fall from this level, the consequences like medium. Something could go wrong. Like, they may require to take 1 day of rest or under a treatment, because they will develop back pain or brain injury or something like that. But if they fall from this level, the consequence is high. It means person, it can be a fatality, or the person may have the dislocations of bones, or terrible outcomes can happen. So that's the consequence. Now, increasing consequence 1, 2, 3. So now, risk. We have understood this is the increasing likelihood, and that's the increasing consequence. But I'm going to help you with this matrix of the understanding. Now, just look at this image, okay? Then I need to show this one. Then only you will understand. Now, okay, I have to show this one. Wait. Yes. Okay. Now, this is the matrix. This is the chart. Evaluate the risk. We have estimated the risk. Estimation of risk can be done by 3 levels: low, medium, high. Okay. But we cannot prepare our report with this concept. So the risk is very high, very low, very medium. How we can understand? We need more concrete evidence to work on it. Now we have another opportunity, which is called evaluation. Evaluate the risk. How we can do that? Now we have so to give a numeric to your assumption of risk and to the evaluation of risk. There are numerics from 1 to 5 for the likelihood. Now, let's say likelihood 5 means very likely it means this thing is happening for sure. 5 means if you give likelihood 5, depending on the situation, it means something will go wrong 100%. Clear? Likelihood 4 means likely. Like 20% chances is there, like it will not happen, but 80% chances are there that it will happen. So if you give 4 on likelihood as per the situation, then you want to say that the chance of happening this event or occurring this event is 80%. If you rate 3 for likelihood, depending on the situation, then you are considering the possibility at 50% level. Like 50% chance is there, this will go wrong, or 50% it cannot. If you give 2 for likelihood, it means unlikely. No. This event cannot occur. No, it's fine. And if you give 1 for likelihood, it means this event is absolutely not going to happening 100% sure. Let me give you an example. Let's say there is a room, okay, your room, all right? Everything is good. The environment is perfect. Housekeeping is top notch. There is a lighting to see everything properly. No noise for the disturbance of our ears. No problem in visibility. No problem in breathing. Everything is fine. Now there is a naked wire, which is live. Naked wire means there is no further coating. Like there is no how do I say it? There is no insulation. Okay, there is no insulation on the wire. So the wire is a naked wire, and it's live. It means if you touch, there will be electrocution. It means you will get electric shock if you touch the naked live wire. But the naked live wire is just at the extreme corner of your room. Everything is good. Now you tell me, what is the likelihood that a person will get shock from that live naked wire, which is at the extreme corner of your room, and everything is good? There is no things are there on the floor which can make you fall by tripping over it. No oil spillage or water so that you can get slipped, and nothing is there. What is the possibility of someone, like, apart from everything, they'll go and touch the wire? The likelihood is 1. Very unlikely that this cannot be happening. Correct. So this is some kind of numeric that you give to your assumption with the evidence. So in this case, we can give likelihood is 1. Correct? That 100% that this cannot happen. Or you can also mention 2. Like some dull-headed people will go and touch and get electric shock. So we can give 2. So it depends on the assessor and the situation. Now, let's talk about consequence. If consequence is 1, it means no injury, nothing has happened. Nothing will happen. If this has, if I, how do I give you examples? If I vacuum this water bottle and use this water bottle to how do I say it, and to have a lot of spillage of the water on the floor, am I going to fall with my fullest consciousness? I will just skip. I will not look forward in getting slipped. So that's gonna be no. If even though there is a hazard, the consequences can be 0 or 1. It means no injury. So if you rate 1 in consequence table, then the injury is nothing, no injury. If the consequence is 2, if you give 2 for consequence, it means injuries are minor, like small scratch or small pain, or like a very less pain in your body, and it can be recovered very soon. If consequence is 3, it means it's very moderate, team. Moderate means, maybe they have to visit a doctor or something gone terribly, not terribly wrong, but something has happened, and the situation is just before visiting visiting hospital. And if consequence is 4, it means the person has to send to the hospital. Like, I got dislocation of bone, but I'm not dying. Okay, before the stage of death, if something goes, if something happens to you, that's gonna be 4 in the consequence part. And if the consequence is 5, if you rate 5, it means you are considering this event as a catastrophic or fatal event. Fatal means death. Like if this thing happened, like people will die. Let's say a person, if he's falling from 10th floor, what is the consequence you will rate? Please type it. I request everybody to give your understanding. The situation is a person is falling from 10th floor. What is the consequence rating you will give? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, thank you so much. You have understood. 5. It means they will die if you fall from 10th floor. Now, just help me in doing the calculation, okay? The place, the 10th floor has everything. There are guardrails so that no one can fall, and there is good housekeeping, so nothing is there on the floor. Okay, what is the consequence that the person will fall even though the person is in his consciousness mode? The person is alive, very conscious. What is the likelihood that he will fall from the 10th floor, and there are guardrails to guard him? Okay, so how much you will rate? How much you want to give likelihood? Yeah, I'm going for the next slide. Sorry, so previous slide, so that I can show you the likelihood rating. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Okay. How much you will rate? Likelihood 2. Unlikely. Yeah. Thank you for the understanding. I'm so happy that my team is understanding me. Crazy. Thank you. Spot on, team. Yeah. 2, 1. We cannot go for 3. It's like very unlikely or is unlikely. No one who is a human and has a proper mind with consciousness, he will not fall from the 10th floor. But if he falls, then what will happen? How much you will give the rating? 5, right? If he falls, then he will die. Now, R is equal to likelihood into consequence, correct? In my situation, how much did you rate likelihood? Let's say 1, okay? And how much did you rate consequence? Well, let's say 5. So likelihood is 1, consequence is 5. In my scenario, I'm talking about. Now, how much is R? R is equal to I into C. I is 1, C is 5. So R is equal to 1 into 5 is equal to 5. So from this scenario, we understood risk is 5. Okay. Now, what do we do if the risk is fine? We have something to show you all. Now, this is called risk matrix. Upon your observation and the calculation of the risk, we can showcase with the evidence that what sort of activities is required if this is the risk. Now, our answer was in between 3 to 6, that our answer was 5. So in that case, we need to monitor. Now, let's say I'm telling, okay, let's say the person cannot see, the person is blind, okay, and there is no guardrail, nothing is there, and there is oil spillage on the balcony. What is the likelihood that he will fall? 5. Okay, it means, yeah, very likely that he will fall because he cannot see and there is a water. And if he falls, what will happen? Death. 5. So 5 into 5 is equal to 25. Here, if the risk is 25, you have to stop the work and take immediate action. If the answer is coming in between 50, if the risk is coming in between 15 to 16, then urgent action is required. If the rate is coming in between 8 to 12, action is required. And if the risk is between 1 to 2, no action is required. So having said that, this is how we can show to the company that risk is this and this action is required depending on our risk matrix. So that's how we evaluate the risk. Did we all understand? Can I get some thumbs up or question mark? Did we all understand on this part? 28 participants are still constantly attending my session. My heartfelt gratitude towards everyone. Clear, thank you. Nice, huh? CL, clear. So this is how we can go beyond like 1 to 10, 1 to 5. It all depends on the number of, how do you say it? Number of problems that we have on the workplace. Now, the fourth part is absolutely yes. We need to keep all the recordings with our with us. So the step 4 of the risk assessment is to record your findings. Whatever you have found, all the thing you have to note it down and record. And number 5 is means the location you have to record, the activity, the equipment being assessed, the hazard and the risk levels that you have found, the existing and the additional risk control measures, and all the assessor details. Everything should be written down, recorded, date and time, every possible thing, and the reviewed it, all the thing. And the 5th step is all about review your findings. It means the first thing, you have identified the hazard. Okay. The second thing, you have estimated the risk, whether the risk is high, medium, or low. And number 3, the 3rd step is to evaluate risk. So you have evaluated the risk with risk matrix, which is in the future when you will go for level 3, 6, 7, this new word will come, which is called quantitative risk assessment. So this calculation that you have understood is all about quantitative risk assessment. It's a part of a quantitative risk assessment. And 4th step is to record all the findings that you have got, the list, everything that we have discussed. Like you have to record the people, the location, the equipment, the hazard, the risk level, existing and additional risk control, assessor detail, date, time, reviewed it, everything. And the review your findings is all about when changes occur, like law, introduction to new technologies, equipment, activity, you should always review your risk assessment, because you know what? Today you have observed the workplace and given your observation. Tomorrow, if there is any change in the people, plant, policy, or premises, we have to review the findings. It's a legal requirement to review the assessments. The basic rules to follow for the review the assessment: make sure your risk assessment is suitable and sufficient. Better data helps make better judgment. You should involve the people it's likely to affect, and conditions may vary from site to site. Yes, consider dynamic risk assessment. Dynamic risk assessment means putting risk assessment into practice. Okay, so see, there's an image. Somebody's throwing the pen. Someone is getting too much of heat from the sun. Someone is, oh my God, just got tripped and this cup fell down. Someone is haphazardly stacking the materials, storing the materials as well. someone without noticing what's happening and going wrong around him, he's just reading and walking, which is not good. Someone is not doing proper manual handling. You can see when you have to carry a weight, your straight always must be straight. You cannot bend your straight back. You cannot bend your back, and if you do so, you will develop a good and fantastic issue in your back. So do not do it. There is a proper way of lifting a load and offloading the load. So I can teach you these steps. I forgot the steps. So it's all about, you have to keep your straight, you have to keep your back very straight while lifting the load, like straight, and you have to just bend down your knees without bending your back. You have to lift the load while keeping your back straight. You have to move with your back straight and carrying the load, and then you have to slowly offload the load while keeping your back straight. If you just do any bending, WRELD, which is also called musculoskeletal disorder. All right, and this person is too much in stress. This person is too much in stress. This stress is called work factor, work stress. Okay, from the work factor, he is getting work stress, and she is just doing, what? She is just uh, uh, making the housekeeping very poor. So this is the condition, team. Assessing risk. So we all have assessed risk. Next is next I will, so yeah, everything whatever I told you, these are the risks. So I'll give you all these images and everything to the readers. We have successfully completed the module 2, assessing risk, and module 1, introducing managing safely. And I'm so happy to see you all have attended the session till the last. And before we end up, can I expect you all to turn on or switch on your camera? I'll just take a screenshot, because after a long day back, I'm conducting a session, and I do not know how did I perform, whether I have made you all understood or not. But I hope that you all have. I can see Mr. Ghashanuddin, how are you, sir? You're walking from the work. Very much happy to see you, sir. Very much happy. Mr. Rasul from Bangladesh, happy to see you, sir. Mr. Ambrosi from DRC, namaste, sir. Happy to see you. And all the other members, so happy to see you all. So you all can just quickly turn on your camera. I'll just take, it would take just 20 seconds to take a screenshot, and I'll be uploading on my social network that today I had a wonderful session with you all. So if you just kindly switch on your camera for a couple of seconds, I'll take a screenshot. Waiting for Mr. Amjad, Mr. Mamour, Mr. Yuja, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Ruth, Mr. Jackson, Mr. Maddie, Mr. Rismanto, Mr. Ramprasad, and the others. All right, quickly and fast, we're going up with the screenshot. Fantastic. So thank you so much, everybody. I can see Mr. Lewis is also here. Thank you all for your cooperation. And if you have attended for the very first time, I want you to connect with us, contact our admins if you're connected. Any of the admins like Sangram sir, Sweta ma'am, Tanaya ma'am, Debjani ma'am, Ashwarya ma'am, or Tiasha ma'am, or if you're connected with any associates, like if you're from Tanzania, if you're connected with Mr. Josham, if you're from Southern America, you can contact with Mr. Lewis. We have it. So please reach out to them for the admission purpose. If you look forward that, yes, if I learn and study with DBHSE, my learning journey will be not only good, but DB will take care of it. So thank you so much, everybody. Good night. Take care. I hope to see you all on the next ISMS date. And thank you so much for your cooperation. And thank you so much for everything that you have showered peace and love on me and on my training in DBHSE. Thank you. Good night. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Sabah khair. Amen. God bless us. Bye-bye. Thank you.